Hi, I'm Mark Beavis and you're watching Hockey TV. We're at the EuroHockey Junior Nations Championships here in Sinowice Śląskie in Poland. Now, England haven't been in action today, but we've been down to the England Hotel where John Beeden spoke to physio Sandy Tubby, to manager Andy Halliday, but first of all, to coach David Ralph.
So, David, 2 wins out of 2. You must be very pleased.
Yeah, very pleased. Making the semi-finals is obviously really good. 2 wins out of 2. Great start to the tournament. Put ourselves in a great position to, face 3 competitive games and see what happens.
What were your objectives at the start of the tournament?
Difficult to say. Obviously, in an ideal world, you want to make the semi-finals. We've had some in-between performances, sometimes good, sometimes bad in the preparation, and results have, not been great on the whole, so it's very difficult to gauge coming into tournaments, but you're obviously, your first aim is to, can you make the semi-finals, so the objective's achieved so far.
Have you been pleased with the performance of the side?
Some bits yes, some bits no. Obviously first half against Spain, speaks for itself in terms of the scoreboard really. Second half we weren't as good as we were, and then yesterday was a real up and down performance where we had to battle, and defensively we worked so hard, but we didn't do things on the offensive side of the game that we should have done to be more comfortable yesterday in our performance. So I'm not pleased. The players will look at the results and be pleased, but there's still an awful lot of things that we can improve on.
My main responsibility is sort of everything away from hockey, if you like. All the logistics, food, travel, making sure that the ship moves from A to B, if you like. At the ground, team manager responsible for the discipline and keeping the players and coaches and everybody under control on the bench, and also doing the substitutions. And we'll do maybe 50 substitutions a game, so quite a lot of responsibility.
Now, you were in Delhi with the senior side as manager for the World Cup, when England obviously did very, very well. Is this a really good time to be involved in England hockey?
Oh, it's fantastic. I think the opportunities that we've got ahead of us with the 2012 Olympics, and it's a fun time to be involved because there's success. Everybody wants international success. That's what puts hockey as a sport on the map.
How important is the under-21 team to the full senior setup?
It's crucial. It's absolutely crucial. Everything that we do with this under-21 group mirrors what the senior group do. We are purely trying to make senior international hockey players. That's our aim. So everything that we do off the pitch, everything to do with diet, nutrition, performance, video analysis, mirrors that of the senior group. So that when our junior internationals are invited to train with the senior group, they simply slot in, and the procedures are exactly the same in both groups. So it is crucial, yeah.
Sandy, what are your roles on this trip?
Well, as a physio for the squad, the main roles we have are obviously the obvious ones that people think of are the injuries, assessing, treating all the injuries the players have, and making sure we can try and keep them out on the pitch. The other side of things we do is looking at their hydration and nutrition status. So, for instance, first thing in the morning, all the guys come in and they get on the scales, they have to get weighed, they have to give me a urine sample which I test for their hydration level, and in that way we can monitor whether they're actually drinking enough, taking on board enough fluids. And also over a period of time when we're in a tournament like this, you have weight issues, so we need to make sure they're eating and their weight is staying fairly steady. If we see a drop off of weight, then we have to make sure they're going to eat other things. Last year we had Junior World Cup in Malaysia and there was some issues over food, so in the physio room we have snacks, and what the lads can do is come and get snacks as well if they're not filling up at
Can I ask what the issues were over the food in Malaysia, just out of interest?
I just think they got a little bit bored. The food, after we were out there for virtually a month, and the food started to get quite repetitive and it was very much the same. So it was really Andy, the manager, and I go out and do the shopping and try and get in the healthy snacks that they can eat, but that also give them something more interesting, and fill them up.
So what sort of foods, I mean, you've seen the array of foods you've got in here that the boys can come up and snack on. What sort of foods do you encourage them to eat during the tournament?
They can have things like dried fruits, Nutella on some plain Ryvitas. We straight after matches will sometimes let them have milkshakes to get something on board quite quickly. So there's a variety of foods that we can give them.
So that was John there speaking to Sandy Tubby, the physio of the under 21s. John, it seemed like a really well organised setup down there this afternoon.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they've got everything in place, brilliant support mechanisms for the players. They've got a regime every day that they all stick to, and it's a good routine, and the boys seem happy. And
getting them ready to allow them to step up into the senior squad should the time come.
Yeah, they make a big point of ensuring that they mirror what happens with the senior side, so that if any of them make that step up to that next level, they know what to expect.
Okay, well, we actually took the chance while we were down in the England hotel to meet some of the players, and here are our player profiles.
Henry Weir, 20, centre half and captain.
Ben Arnold, 20, inside forward.
Peter Jackson, 19, defender.
Simon Faulkner, 20, defender.
I've always played hockey as a kid on the side of the pitch with my dad, but probably at Crew Vagrants I really developed my game.
First started playing hockey when I was at school in year 7 and had a broken ankle.
First started playing hockey when I was 4 at Havant Hockey Club.
Probably beating France yesterday in a grudge match. It was a really good game. Boys came through strong.
Greatest hockey achievement is probably going to the Australian Youth Olympics last year and winning a bronze medal with the GB Youth team.
Greatest hockey achievement to date is Youth Olympics bronze medal with GB Youth last year.
Probably at the World Cup in Malaysia last year. I cut the boys' hair occasionally and took a large chunk out of Chris Gregg's hair. He didn't know until the fans pointed it out.
Funniest hockey moment was when George Farrant got hit in the nads when we were doing short corner practice.
Funniest hockey moment would be when Will Hand tried to jump over a bush but failed miserably.
Key goals: play senior hockey, hopefully go to an Olympic Games and get a better haircut.
Goals for my career: play senior international hockey, go to the Olympics and win a medal.
Key goals for my career: to play senior international hockey.
Pepperoni pizza.
Favourite food: chicken pizzas.
Favourite food would have to be a good curry.
Probably John Bleeby. He taught me to raise my standards on the pitch and lower them off the pitch.
Biggest influence on my career: probably my parents just helped me out getting to hockey training and hockey matches.
Biggest influence would have to be John Bleeby for teaching me everything he knows about hockey and the one thing he knows about women.
Like Henry, just sort of playing the Nintendo, watching films, getting my hair cut.
Relaxing away from hockey, I like to go to the gym and listen to music.
I like to play on PSP or just watch TV, just generally sit on a bed and relax.
It's a toss-up between One Tree Hill or the Gilmore Girls on E4.
Probably Have I Got News For You.
Favourite TV programme: Emmerdale and The Bill.
Many thanks there to Henry Weir, Ben Arnold, Peter Jackson and Simon Faulkner for helping us out with that. We've got results from day 3 of the tournament. Netherlands have beaten Germany 4-3 and Poland and Russia have drawn 3-3. So if we look at the league table now for Group B, Netherlands are on top with 6 points, Germany with 3 points. Poland and Russia have a point each, but Poland have a better goal difference, only having -1. John, it looks like it's going to be Germany or Netherlands to come through to the semi-finals. England are in the semi-finals. What do you reckon is going to happen from here on in?
Well, I think, as you say, Netherlands and Germany look like favourites to go through unless Poland or Russia can get a victory. But I do think the Netherlands and Germany are going to go through to the semi-final. For England, well, David Ralph said it doesn't really matter. They expect to win a tournament like this, you're going to play against the best teams in the world. And that's what they're going to have to do if they want to win it.
Okay, right, well, thank you very much. Find out what happens here on Hockey TV. Before we go, though, I must make an apology for my appalling editing on last night's Daily Show. I did make a second cut, but for some reason, I then uploaded the wrong show. Anyway, tonight, no such blunders. I hope you're enjoying it. From all of us here in Poland, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from me.
Good night.